Hello, good afternoon. I'm Lisa Broom with the CBC News Break. The president of the Barbados Association of Medical Practitioners thinks more Barbadians should be paying for private health care. Dr. Carlos Chase believes that government should now focus its attention on providing health care for the most vulnerable in society under a new health care model. He made the proposal during the plenary session of the recent QEH Healthcare Financing Conference at the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Centre.
Generally speaking, 50% of the population are unable to take care of themselves. You have 200,000, about 45,000 persons, and this is a group that the government should be concentrating on. Encourage the other 75% or so to look after themselves, teach them to fish, give them incentives and tools to do that. Because right now, you have people who go to the polyclinic because they feel entitled to, but they really have to. They can go and get things done privately. Those people, encourage them to move out the system and get the services out in the private sector.
Dr. Chase says government can also encourage more people to opt for private health care by offering incentives.
The incentives will be tax credits for health and education policies, tools that can look after themselves, duty-free equipment in the private sector. Again, if you import MRI machine, say $100,000, and you pay $50,000 in taxes, you're not inclined to be doing freebies for anybody, really and truly. And your costs will reflect your payment to the bank. When you input $150,000, you pay back to the bank, that's $200,000 you pay back to the bank over 5 years. So if the costs are reduced, then you can see a reduction again in the healthcare.
A glut of chicken on the market is reportedly making it hard for some local poultry farmers to sell the commodity. President of the Barbados Poultry Association, Carlisle Brathwaite, spoke about the situation over the weekend at the launch of a household agriculture project. It's the brainchild of the St. George South Constituency Council for residents of that community.
People are crying about sales. Up to today, a gentleman called me crying, telling me, Mr. Brathwaite, I can't get my chicken sold. I said, I know, because there's a glut of chicken on the market at the present time.
Mr. Brathwaite also gave residents advice on how to get their products sold.
The supermarket is going to sell at $6 a pound and $5.99 a pound and up. You're going to be able to sell it at $4.50 a pound. And that because it's a wholesale price. And you can sell wholesale, make money, and keep your community feeling happy.
Labour Minister is encouraged by efforts being made by constituency councils to promote entrepreneurship at the community level in light of public service retrenchments earlier this year. She too praised the household agriculture project, saying it's initiatives such as these that show there are other ways to make a living.
This project, to my mind, is an engine of economic activity and wealth generation in our community. And, you know, we've talked about, and you've heard it coming from the Ministry of Industry and Small Business, coming from the Ministry of Finance. You've heard that we've been saying that one of the things we want to see coming out of the financial challenges that we're having is that we see more new businesses, more entrepreneurship. As people are home, we want to see that people who have less income or less available income to spend, that they have other opportunities to create new businesses.
Reports of bikers riding through the lone recreational park in Oxnard's St. James have been condemned by the Member of Parliament for the area. MP for St. James South, Donville Innes, wants residents to be vigilant and speak out about this reckless behavior and other deviant activity occurring there.
I can only urge the residents of the Oxnards and surrounding area, Husbands area across the street, to be very vigilant, to treat this as though it's your own, because it's your own really, to ensure that you do not allow vagabonds to come in here, smoke the marijuana, ride the motorcycles, terrorize the young people, and that you really and truly treat this as though it's your backyard, it's your personal playground. It's the kind of space that we've created, that Kiwanis and stuff at the plate and renovated, and NCC maintained, because we do care about the young people in this community as they do in wider communities in Barbados.
Mr. Innes was speaking as the park was reopened over the weekend after being renovated by members of the Kiwanis Pride of Barbados Club. Lieutenant Governor of Division 27, Eastern Canada and the Caribbean, Dr. Delores Lewis, explained the park's redevelopment was a key aspect of an overall project geared towards promoting awareness of child neglect and abuse.
Today, we will be witnessing the unveiling of a billboard to assist in this effort by the Kiwanis Club Pride of Barbados, and I would like to praise them for their efforts to keep the message alive. Child abuse and neglect should be everyone's concern, and today's activities will go a long way in delivering this message, for it takes a community to protect a child.
A plan to have more mature drivers at the wheels of public service vehicles is music to the ears of the chairman of the Transport Authority, Abdul Pandor. He says at the moment, young drivers are the ones who show poor deportment and attire. Mr. Pandor wants to have a discussion with the organizations representing drivers of the various PSVs.
They drive their taxis with short pants and in rubber slippers. This should not occur. I therefore want that the organizations of the taxi people, like the airport organization, port organization, to have a delegation and come and meet with us at the Transport Authority to see if we can correct this shortcoming.
Mr. Pandor says he also wants to see more owner-operated PSVs. He says he doesn't want to see a situation where the coach companies are getting all the business and cutting out the small businessman.
I want to meet with some of you and see the consequences of these coaches as a challenge to the taxi service. The Transport Authority regulates these permits, and we would like a fair balance, and we do not want to see the demise of the traditional taxi in the way that we know it.
Well, after more than 3 decades in the Barbados Fire Service, the Chief Fire Officer, Wilfred Marshall, will be retiring. His retirement will take effect from January 2015. However, he is on pre-retirement leave from today. Mr. Marshall made the disclosure yesterday morning as he delivered remarks at the Fire Service's 59th anniversary Thanksgiving service held at the Calvary Moravian Church. He said his time in the Fire Service has been fulfilling.
My time here this morning really is to just say thanks, first of all, to God for taking me through these almost 40 years of my life, 2/3 of my life in what is considered a high-risk profession. I've had my bumps and my bruises and my scrapes, but I've come out of it still walking tall. And so, to God be the glory.
And during his address, Attorney General Adriel Brathwaite thanked the Chief Fire Officer for his contributions over the years.
I also know, Mr. Marshall, that you are very aware that you leave the service in capable hands, you leave the service in good hands. So rest assured that this fire service will continue along the excellent trail that you have charted over the last 4.5 years. I'm very confident in that. I'm sure that you're very confident in that.
One of the island's oldest department stores now has a branch at the Sheraton Mall. The newest Cape Shepherd store was opened on Saturday with a Customer Appreciation Day. Brand manager for Duty Free Caribbean, Kay Richards, says the new store will offer the latest products and brands.
With all of your favorite brands still available, like the all-classic Land and Timeless, as well as newer brands such as Guess, Nine West, Anne Klein, Fossil, Michael Kors sunglasses, Nike, Adidas, New Balance, K-Swiss, and even Reef slippers. So we just are here celebrating today with all of our customers for Customer Appreciation Day.
It's time for a break now, but when we come back, we'll have news from the region and further afield.